Hello everyone. This is the week where we are moving from real-time workshops during class to asynchronous workshops outside of our class meeting time. So this is where our course inverts, and the exercises we had been doing outside of class and the readings we've been doing outside of class, we are now going to discuss and do in class. And the workshops that we were doing in class, we will now do on our own time the rest of the week. This hasn't changed much, but I want to highlight the things it has changed so you all know what to expect. First things first, let's go into our course materials and then content. Under assignment descriptions, we have the workshop schedule and assignment sheets. If we go to the workshop schedule, you can see that we are coming up on the 15th. That'll be next Monday. And here are the people who are turning in their work for workshop on Monday. It is still due at the same time, but we won't be dealing with it during class. Instead, we'll be dealing with it the rest of the week, critiquing it the rest of the week. Okay, one thing to note is, yes, we do have homework over spring break. We will be workshopping to make sure that we get everyone in. Okay, so let's talk about turning in work. I said that not much is going to change, and that is true. And if we go here, the weekly and workshop writing assignment sheet, only one thing has changed: the length. Instead of being 2 to 3 pages, now that we're reading these asynchronously, we can now turn in work that's a little bit longer, 2 to 4 pages. And I ask that you stay between these 2 page ranges. 1, so that we have enough work to look at, and 2, so that we don't have so much work to look at that it starts overwhelming your classmates. If someone turns in 10 pages, all of a sudden, that's a lot more time that your classmates have to put in to that piece, and that might take away from the other things that your classmates have to do. So, that's the only change. Your workshop writing is still due on the Monday that you signed up for by class time. Okay, so everything else is going to stay the same. You're turning it in as a Google Doc. You're making sure that you share it so that we can add comments. All that is staying the same. Let's talk about the thing that is going to change a little bit, and that's how we critique each other's work. So normally we go into class and we discuss, right? We read a work and then we discuss that work and how to make it better. And now we are not going to be doing that. Instead, we're going to be writing out our critiques. And the reason that we spent the first half of this class going through critiques together real time is so that you would learn about the things that you can discuss in a critique. So now you should have an idea what to write about. So let's go into the details about this. So same thing, you'll go to the discussion posts. That's where the work has always been posted. That's where the work will be posted. And make sure you're signed into your Google account. This is so we know who says what. And then go ahead and read the work. Okay? Unfortunately, the author won't be reading it to you, but you can read it yourself. You can now take your time, right? You don't have to go at the same pace as the reader. And as you're reading, just like we have before, you're now going to add, you're required to add 3 comments to the piece, at least 3. These should be full sentences. And this is where you talk about local things, sentence level things, paragraph level things. And you'll be adding 3 of these. And if you do less than 3, if you do 2 or 1 for each one lower than 3, your grade goes down by 20%. So now all of a sudden you're required to do this, right? This isn't just something that I encourage you to do to add notes. Now you're being required to do it. But again, it's the same gesture. At the end of the piece, then, what you're doing is you're writing a paragraph. And this should be at least 4 full sentences. And you're going to be discussing your overall observations of the work. What do you see this work doing? What is it doing well? Where could it improve? So where the comments inside the piece are small comments focused on sentence level things, paragraph level things, this is talking about overall observations. Okay, and everyone that you have that below 4 will lower your grade by 10%. So again, this is going to be graded. You will be putting these in the document itself. You just go down to the bottom of the document, you hit enter a couple times, and then you actually type into the document. Be sure to add your name to your comments so I can give you credit. And, oh, I said that twice. So there we go. I'll take one of those out. All right. And then what should you comment on? All the things that we've been practicing throughout this class. So there you go. That's how we will be workshopping the rest of the semester. And this is going to be a little bit different than what we've been doing before, but the idea is the same. One thing I would say is that you can respond to each other in the comments themselves. So you can still have that back and forth where someone might say, oh, I'm not so sure about this section. Maybe you do this or that with it. And someone else says, yeah, I agree. And here's another idea. Or I disagree, and this is why. So you can still have that interaction through the comment feature. Okay? Of course, let me know if you have any questions.